Welcome to the State of the Market for Law Firm Sales in 7 minutes. My name is Jeremy Poock, and I lead Senior Attorney Match. In today's episode, we'll continue our thought leadership series on trial attorneys with a focus on the digital opportunities that selling PI firms present to buyers. I'm very excited to introduce Jason Hennessey of Hennessey Digital. Jason, welcome. Really excited for you to join today's episode. If you could share a little bit about yourself and about Hennessey Digital, please.
Yeah, thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate you having me on again. So, Jason Hennessey, CEO of Hennessey Digital. We're a digital marketing agency that focuses primarily with law firms. So, I'm excited to be here talking about something that we both love, right?
Wonderful. And Jason, no, you're very humble. You're the author of Law Firm SEO, and you have a new book that's coming out, I think, in August, Jason.
I do. Yeah, actually, I've got the advanced reader's copy. It's called Honest SEO. And that's what we like to do is keep people like me in this industry honest. So, yes, super excited. That comes out in August, Jeremy.
Terrific. Thanks so much. All right, so let's jump
Mhm.
right into it. When it comes to law firm sales, why does a buyer want to purchase a selling attorney's practice or selling trial attorney's practice? The reason is because of synergy value. And there's four components to synergy value when it comes to the sales of trial attorney firms. There's the instant client growth, that is number of clients that the firm has on the books now, has developed over the course of years, often even a generation. A combined workforce, lawyers, non-lawyers at the firm, cumulative expertise. Lawyers and firms develop cumulative expertise in multiple practice areas over the course of their careers. And what we're going to focus on today is marketing value, because trial attorneys, unlike other areas of the law, because the profession is so competitive, they were first in on recognizing the need to develop websites and then to go omni-channel in terms of omni-channel digital marketing. So here, Jason, going to turn this over to you, because our first question to you, in terms of that marketing value, the digital opportunities that a selling PI firm presents, how could a buyer benefit from a selling PI firm's digital value that they've often built up for 20 plus years at this point?
Yeah, Jeremy. So, like you said, usually that's kind of like an afterthought or not even a thought at all that's kind of taken into the picture here, but it is so valuable. Oftentimes when I look at like a new client that, we're going to work with them in a new market, that's one of the things I look at the competition. And so, like those attorneys that got started doing digital marketing and SEO and social media, 10 years ago, have a 10-year start on a new attorney that's just kind of entering the market, and there is such a value in that in terms of all of the content that they've published on their website that's ranking on Google, that's driving traffic, all of the links, like some of the links that they've generated over the years are so valuable that it's almost irreplaceable, right? Because some of the press that they might have gotten, and those are considered like internet gold when you have those type of links. And then not to mention, all of the eyeballs that you have from all of the social media marketing and branding that you've done, where if you've got 36,000 followers on Instagram, right? Like there's value in those eyeballs, right? As you continue to market that practice that somebody is buying. So definitely something that is taken into consideration. And if you are looking at buying a firm or selling a firm, you know, don't hold out on that digital equity.
Yeah, absolutely, Jason. Thanks so much. 'Cause I think so
Mm,
many buyers, think like, oh, we're just buying the cases, right? And the
mm,
sellers think that, oh, all I really have is like my cases, and however those are going to be sold. But what you just
mm,
brought up in terms of that digital value and that multi-year head start, and backlinks and Google reviews, the URL
mm,
itself, hugely
mhm,
valuable. So now let's look at it from a different perspective, right?
mhm.
Consumers, right?
Yeah.
From the consumer standpoint, we all know that consumers today are going to Google, they're going to social media, they are looking for lawyers, looking for trial attorneys online. And as we well know, there's companies like Hennessey Digital and others that help guide growing firms in terms of how do you get the attention of the consumer. So if you're
Mm,
a growing firm and you're already gathering and promoting your firm, what do you do when you're actually taking on a brand, even a legend in your market, okay, a senior attorney led firm, and they're coming into a growing law firm, what are
Mm.
some examples of ways that those growing law firms can increase the attention to their practice by bringing in senior attorney trial attorneys?
Yeah, so I think as you're making investments into the senior attorney trial attorneys, I think you need to kind of bring them to the forefront of your website. You need to create a video strategy. You might want to set up a little studio in your office so that you're releasing content with these names in the space, to kind of be more of a thought leader and build a brand around each of them, right? So you want to kind of harness that, leverage that, and then build out a social media strategy as well, right, to promote this, so that the consumers are aware that you're just not an ordinary law firm, that you make investments into senior litigators that are well known throughout your community or even in the country. And I think that is an advantage that a lot of these firms don't necessarily harness.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Jason. Right? I mean, when we think about the following three words: know, like, trust.
Trust.
Right? I mean, so many senior attorney, trial attorneys, they've developed that in their communities. And if they don't have an internal succession plan for those growing firms to be able to leverage and succeed to, the know, like, trust of that known quantity that's been within a community, a region, even nationally, is just huge. So
Sure.
for today's buzzer beater, in terms of the digital opportunities that selling PI firms present to buyers, we're going to focus mostly in that terms of that synergy value is the marketing value. Clients are
Mm,
huge. Of course, clients are huge. But as we know, you can give a person a fish, they're not hungry for the meal. Teach them
mm,
how to fish, right?
mm,
And those clients will continue to come. And that will come via the digital marketing, that marketing value that senior attorney PI firms present to growing firms, because those growing firms are already so well invested in omni-channel digital marketing, and they can build upon, continue developing what senior attorney trial firms have already been developing for 20 plus years. Jason, I'll hand it over to you for your thoughts too.
Yeah, no, I think just pay extra close attention. You've been making all these investments, paying all these digital agencies over the years, right? You've built up equity, right? And it's real equity. And so you definitely want to kind of take that in consideration and familiarize yourself with it, understand the value behind the links and the value behind the paid campaigns of all the trial and error that you've built to kind of build your paid marketing campaigns, right? All the experiences that somebody that's going to come in and kind of take that over, right? And not have to go through the pain that you had to go through. So much value there.
Awesome. Jason Hennessey, Hennessey Digital. Jason, congratulations on your upcoming book, and thanks so much for joining today.
Thank you.
And that is the state of the market for law firm sales in a little bit more than 7 minutes.